Who we missing?
Harry, you're live.
Okay, we got everybody?
It's looking that way.
Dan?
I'm here.
Yep, we got
Ah, okay.
Julie.
How come I'm not seeing everybody? Okay. So if we have everybody, we will start the meeting. Call a regular meeting for the Gates Fire District to order at 6:33. Commissioner Paduano, could you read the pledge, please?
Sure. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic
For which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir.
Aye.
All right, there's everybody. Okay. First off, if we have any guests that would like to speak to the board. Do we have anybody? Don't think so this time. Okay. Oh, there's participants. Okay. So let's see. First thing, approval of the prior meeting minutes, April 9th. Looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion.
All right, motion made by Commissioner Cox, seconded by Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you very much. Treasurer's report.
Okay. Have access to the accounts payable. Bills to be paid.
Okay, we already, everybody review that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Everybody sign it and send it back.
Yes.
Yes.
I signed a hard copy at the admin building today.
I
Okay.
will sign it and send it into Donna, just like I did last week. Or 2 weeks ago, I should say, last meeting.
Okay, looking for approval then.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Cox to pay the bills, order the treasurer to pay the bills, seconded.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Caminelli. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
All right. You also have the LoSAP report. Ugly as it is.
Oh, yeah, that is ugly. Woo.
It is.
Okay, need a motion to accept the report as written.
Make a motion to
Motion made by Commissioner Paduano, seconded by
Second it.
Commissioner Cox. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
And then you also have the profit and loss previous year comparison for 18, 19, and 20.
I only briefly got a chance to look at that. Anybody else get a look at it?
I looked at it.
yes.
It looks fine to me.
Yep.
Looking for a motion then?
I'll make a motion.
Motion, we accept the profit loss reported by the treasurer,
Second it.
seconded by Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
No, we got to go back and make a motion to actually, I mean, we did it all by email for approving the paying of the bills on the meeting for April 9th.
I'll
We
make
did
a
it by
motion.
Email on April 10th. Okay. Donna, do you remember who made the motion?
I made the
Oh,
motion.
via email?
Via the email? Yes, please.
I made-
You did?
Um,
And somebody had to second it.
You did.
I did?
Yep. Caminelli and Hancock.
All
Yep,
right, thank you very much. Motion was made by Commissioner Campanelli, seconded by Commissioner Hancock to approve the bills for the April 9th meeting at $21,449.66. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
thank you.
Did we
Okay,
approve
Carol, now
last
go
month?
ahead.
Did we approve the minutes from last meeting?
We just
Yes.
did that.
Yeah, we did that. Okay, sorry.
Did we do all in favor? Aye,
Aye.
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 sorry, Carol.
All right, thank you.
You're all done?
Yep, it's the second meeting, so,
Wow,
I mean, I guess there is a couple things. One, I did want to say that, I mean, I know we're disappointed that our interest rates have dropped, but I have gotten some comparative things from M&T, and their rates are still lower than what we're getting at Bank of Castile. So I still think we have a good product. We just gotta ride the storm.
okay.
And then one other thing is I did talk to the new auditors, and they're hoping to come in May, June. Because they've never worked with us before, they were hoping that they'd be able to come in on site just to see our internal controls and that sort of thing. But obviously, it's going to depend on how things go.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Carol, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Secretary's report.
Assistant Chief Cooley distributed Administrative Order 20-012 to all personnel regarding responses to 525 Behan Road. Assistant Chief Cooley distributed Informational Bulletin 20-016 to all personnel regarding workout facilities. Assistant Chief Cooley distributed Administrative Order 20-013 to all personnel regarding general masking. The video conferencing commission meeting dates were published in the Messenger Post on April 16th. And Assistant Chief Cooley distributed revised Administrative Order 20-012 to all personnel regarding to 525 Behan Road. And that's it.
Thank you very much. Chief's report excused. Assistant Chief's report.
All right, COVID-19 update. The 6th operational period is ending Saturday morning. The next operational period IAP will be finalized and sent out tomorrow via email. As of, I believe it was yesterday, we only had one firefighter out sick, and it was not related to COVID-19. And the only other thing that's of pertinence is between us and the ambulance, we're monitoring a hotspot in the district for positive COVID-19 patients. Equipment purchases. Lieutenant Collette is looking to spend $1,329.50 for a steel vent saw from Wiener Mower. He has two quotes, one from Haynes Supply and the other one Wiener Mower. They're both priced the same price. And this is the below the budgeted amount. It is a budget item and it's below the cost.
What was the cost again, Chief?
$1,329.50.
I make a motion that we go to Wayner Moore and purchase the saw.
Motion made by Commissioner Caminelli to go to Wiener Moore and purchase the steel vent saw for a cost of $1329.50. Seconded by Commissioner Holfelder. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Lieutenant Sullivan is looking to spend $9,779 for 1.75 and 5-inch hose from Elizaco. This is the second half of the purchase order. We placed half of the order last year. This year is the second half of that. This is a budgeted item, and it's below the budgeted amount.
Motion.
Make a motion to approve the purchase.
Motion made by Commissioner Paduano to purchase the hose from Eliza?
Elizaco.
I'll second it.
seconded by Commissioner Cox. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Chief, can you just go back on that saw from Lieutenant Collette? Is that an addition to the fleet, or is that gonna be replacing one on one of the rigs? Or do we know?
It's for 4530. I believe it's in addition to, I don't believe they have currently a chain vent saw on that rig.
Okay.
If it's still the saw from the old 4530, it's a vegetation saw. It's not a vent saw.
Yeah, I don't believe there's a
Yeah.
vent chainsaw. I think this is an addition to.
Okay, very good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yep. Moving on with purchases. Captain Zapatori is looking to spend $3,279.75 for the MSA ID tags and MSA G1 tag reader writer from Churchville Fire Equipment. The price has gone up a little bit since he quoted it for the budget. It's $34.75 over the budgeted amount. But Churchville Fire Equipment is the sole vendor for MSA products, so it's not like we can go anywhere else for that.
Motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Cox,
Second it.
seconded by Commissioner Paduano to move forward with the request for MSA ID tags and a tag reader from Churchville Fire. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Captain Zapatori is also looking to spend the budgeted amount of $10,881 for MSA SCBA bottles from Churchville Fire. Same thing, MSA Churchville Fire Equipment sole vendor.
Are these additional bottles now, Tim, or something else?
Yes, 9 additional spare bottles.
Thank you.
Make a
Make a
motion.
motion.
Approve it.
Motion made by Commissioner Paduano, seconded by Commissioner Cox. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And Captain Kaufman is looking to spend $245, of which $35 will be reimbursed to the district by the fire department to send 7 people to assisting individuals in crisis class. It's being held in Henrietta later this year. He does have money in his budget to cover the cost.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cox, seconded by Commissioner Paduano. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. The academy class being held at Montour Falls. Obviously, we have 3 students that are in that class currently. That class is on hold because of the New York State pause and COVID-related issues. I'm not exactly sure the exact time frame when he reached out, but Chief Mills from Ridge Road reached out and wanted to inquire and determine the ability for Monroe County career agencies to collaborate together and see if we can, with our instructor staff, basically have the ability to spin up the remainder of their academy class to get them trained so that we can get them out and working as fully trained firefighters. So Captain Quill, who is Ridge Road's MTO, and our MTO, Lieutenant Caminelli, has been looking in the ability to do so. And so a couple things that just some highlights about this, and I'll give you a quick brief is, so reaching out to the state, they will allow us to do the remainder of the class in-house if we decide to do so. Between Ridge Road's training facilities, our training facilities, and the training site at 911 Brooks Avenue, we believe that we can conduct a very large majority of the a large majority of the hands-on training at those 3 facilities. The thought is that we would use our general meeting room at headquarters as the classroom portion of it, seeing that we have the technology there to support it, and it's large enough to space out all the students if we needed to. The initial reaching out right now, besides our 2 agencies, Barnard, Lakeshore, North Greece, Laurelton, and Ridge Culver all expressed interest in participating in this class locally so they can get their guys done. That would be right around 19 students. If we were to move forward with this project, we are kind of looking for around sometime May 11th of a start date, but that's a very rough date right now. It's not, it's a moving target, so to speak. Cost. Worst case scenario, if the Ridge Road Fire District and the Gates Fire District split the cost of all of the instruction paid on overtime, our half would be about just under $17,000 in payroll. I think it would be far less than that if all of the agencies agreed to participate. And obviously not everybody would be on overtime as far as instructors. I asked the lieutenant to get me a kind of a realistic number that would be our responsibility. He came back to me with about $4,500. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong number. Let me look through my paperwork. I typed in the wrong number. So ultimately too, the $4,500 number is what there's a potential for us to get possibly a prorated rate from the New York State Academy class, because obviously we pay for the class, but you know, they're not going to be there the entire time. So hopefully we're looking for a prorated bill. Sorry, I don't have it with me. It's probably sitting on my desk, but the worst case scenario number is that 16,000 number, but I think it will be far less. I know that agencies like Lakeshore, Ridge Road, and Barnard all have instructors that would participate in this. I talked to Chief Mills on the phone. I don't know if it was Tuesday morning. I think it was Tuesday morning, to kind of see where he was at. His thought process is that he did the exact same thing I'm doing now, briefed his commission on the possibility of doing so. We're kind of waiting to see where the state stands as far as their academy class opening back up. It obviously will not open up anytime before May 15th. At the earliest, it would be probably the 17th of May, which is a Monday. And that's if all of the instructors that were slated to do the class already say that, yes, they can continue on doing so. This decision is going to be done collaboratively if we move forward to do so. Obviously, I'm looking for your blessing to look at this and address this and come across as needed. But there's fears that the academy class at Montour Falls may not start until June or later. If we were to start the class in-house Monday through Friday, starting on May 11th, it would take us about 6 weeks to complete, and they would graduate or complete stuff around June 26th. So I know I threw a lot of information at you, so I guess I'll let you ask some questions and then we can kind of move forward with it.
Chief, I got one. Is that number one, we already paid the state. I think you addressed that we gave them money for our 3 firefighters going down there.
My knowledge, we have not paid the bill yet.
Okay,
They have not sent us a bill and we have not paid a bill.
okay.
Julie's shaking her head yes, so
Yeah, yeah,
she's agreeing.
Right, okay. I'm moving forward with our project like this and get those gentlemen, certified. We do have the instructors to do it, so I say, let's go ahead.
I'd like to better understand, and Tim, not to say I don't support it, but to not only estimate the cost and say if there's 19 students, I'd kind of understand why wouldn't we split those costs where accordingly to keep it level across the playing field. I mean, if we
Agreed.
identify cost per student, and then at the end, I'm sorry.
So totally agreed. And part of the conversation that I had with Chief Mills was if we were going to move forward with this project, that we would have to put some type of MOU into place, because
Yeah.
I am not going to put
Right.
my instructors out there and everything else for an agency to all of a sudden pull their students out 2 weeks into the 6-week class and send them down to Montour Falls. There would have to be a level of commitment
I think-
financially and
Sure.
participatory.
Those are the only other questions I had, and that was, to make sure we split it evenly, and the other part of it would be some type of an agreement, because heaven forbid we go down a truck or equipment or something and it's front line, right? I mean, we don't have too many ladder trucks engaged. That I don't want to not support this. I don't want you to think that way, Tim, but I'm just saying if they're incur costs because we're wearing and tearing on equipment, we got to figure that out, right?
No, absolutely. And this is all kind of uncharted territories. This is all new kind of things. So, it's stuff that we're all kind of trying to think
Yep.
through and work through and figure the logistics out for it. So, no, I don't mind the questions at all.
And again, I totally support it. I think it's, we've got to do that almost at this point so we can still meet that end deadline. It would be great if we could keep it to June, July timeframe and continue on what we're trying to do. The other part of it would be is there any insurance? We got to cover insurance someplace, right? You mentioned about an agreement. I get that, but what about additional insurance if we've got people in our buildings and apparatus and kind of high risk type stuff, right? With the training.
As far as, I think it would fall into any other type of training in, intermunicipalities. As far as injuries, if there were any injuries to any other students other than ours, it would fall under their workman's comp, because, that's how it normally, that's how.
If we're doing this together, it wouldn't be Gates at 9/11 and you had an improper something or other and they tripped and fell or whatever, right?
Right, it would
Okay.
be covered under all their stuff, so.
Super.
It's all a work in progress.
Oh, sure.
Nothing's firm. This time next week, we might get a letter from the state saying, yeah, we're opening up May 17th, and this all might be a moot point.
Yep, we can play golf at the golf courses and now we can go to firefighter 1 class, right? I get it.
Exactly. So I guess I'm just looking for, it doesn't have to be a formal approval, but I'm just looking for an informal approval from the commission that I can still entertain questions and move forward if there's going to be an extended delay or a cancellation of the academy class.
Chief, I'm in favor of it. I just, one question for you. If we host it with Ridge Road, is there anything that the probationaries or recruits, if you will, will not be able to complete out of the fire academy? Is everything going to fulfill their obligation if we pick it up from here? all the way
There's
till,
a
June?
couple things that they're still working on. So one is the codes portion of the training. We're still trying to secure that. So they would have to, there'd have to be some type of logistical stuff for their national certification for firefighter 1 and 2.
Okay,
And obviously the CPAT.
okay,
So it might be a matter of when the academy does get up and running, they go down and take their CPAT down there.
okay,
City of Rochester CPAT, or the state comes out and does one for this county class specifically
okay.
at a location TBD.
But our instructors will fulfill the obligation of everything else for their curriculum, correct?
Yes,
I make
between our two agencies, we have the instructors to cover all of the instructional portion of the remainder of the academy class.
Fantastic. I'd like to make a motion that Chief gives permission to continue with this and as a work in progress, get this thing on the road so we can get some of these firefighters on the line.
I'll strongly second that.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Commissioner Paduano made the, Lou,
Yeah,
were you gonna say something?
no, it's okay.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry. No, your box lit up, so I thought you were gonna say something. Commissioner Paduano made the motion to back up the chief in the negotiations and planning of trying to complete the firefighter 1 class for the recruits with Ridge Road, seconded by Commissioner Holfelder. All in favor?
Dave,
Aye.
Dave, I have one quick question, and that's for Tim to pursue this, but we're not approving it tonight,
No, we're
correct?
not approving it.
Correct.
He just, he's just
Okay.
looking into working with Ridge Road and
Yep.
trying to come up with something.
The
And
concepts.
hopefully I'll have, more information, and if, if there's something official that needs to happen before the next commission meeting, I will obviously bring it to you,
Good.
and get it done. So,
Good luck.
thank you.
Thank you.
Just as a reference, I sent an email. I have no idea what time it was, but I know it was just prior to the meeting of 2 photos.
The mirrors?
No, yes, the mirrors. I thought you said something else.
I don't know. what you said.
Yes, the mirrors. So, long story short, on April 21st, earlier this week, 4512 had completed an EMS call at the facility on Charlie Avenue. And when they were leaving the scene, they were making their way around the building, in between a couple of tractor trailer trucks that were parked on the right-hand side of the parking lot. The building was on the left, and there was 2 other vehicles double parked on the left-hand side. So they were trying to kind of squeeze their way through the double parked vehicles and the tractor trailers. And subsequently, the 2 mirrors came into contact with each other. As you can see in the photos, or I don't know if you can see that there was very, very minimal damage, just a couple of little minor scratches to both mirrors. The reason I bring it up is just so that you're aware. We did have a police report done so that, if anything were to pursue on that, it's there. But needless to say, it was just a couple scratches. So, and you can see that in the photos. So, no further action is really necessary on that, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
It was mirror to mirror contact on each vehicle is what you're saying by the looks of
Was.
these? Okay,
It was.
okay.
Any other questions on that? And then lastly, I have a couple items for executive session.
All righty, Chief, thank you.
Thank you.
Projects, 5-year plan is still in progress. Rooftop units, are right now, the rest of the work is on hold due to the coronavirus. Station 3 rear parking lot, it's on hold. Building utilization committee, that's been in progress. The parking lot replacement for Station 1 is currently on hold. Yes, Dan?
Oh, that's right.
Yep, okay.
Sorry.
All right, thank you. Chairman Hancock's report. We already discussed the backsplash in the ready room in the kitchen at Station 3. Joe went out and got some prices and looked at the backsplash, and he's looking to replace it with tile, which number one would be thinner than what I believe than what the backsplash is now. Looking to replace it, the original backsplash with tile. Was looking at 3 feet, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna go with 2. What do you think, Dana?
What's that, 2 tiles up? is what
Yeah,
you're talking-
2 feet up.
Yeah, you said it was
instead
gonna,
of 3. But anyways, he's looking at a large price of $650. We budgeted 5. So this is a little bit over. However, that's for 3 feet. And it's the white brick tile that everybody got in the email, I assume, right? Did everybody get it,
Yes.
an email
yes.
with the sample?
Yep.
So I guess I'm looking for approval to, I'm gonna make a motion that we move forward and spend up to $650 for replacement of the backsplash. Now, this is both in the ready room and in the kitchen. So I made the motion.
You wanna
Second.
go 3 feet up,
Pardon me?
3 feet up?
I'm not so sure I want to go 3 feet. That might be a little much.
Uh-huh.
But-
Kitchen, you won't be able to because of the cabinets. It's
Yeah,
just
okay.
The cabinets,
splash
and
pad.
it would, I think it would look kind of silly out in the
Okay,
lounge that we do the
That's
3
how
feet.
high they were going. I missed that part.
Joe said probably 2, depending on, I mean, he was looking at 3. That's what the quote is for.
Oh, I thought you said 3 feet.
So if it's up 3 feet, that's what the quote is for, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna only go 2.
Okay,
All right?
yep.
So I need a second.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Holfelder. All in favor?
All
Aye.
right.
Aye.
Thank you.
Realistically, Dave, I believe it's just rows of the subway
Yeah.
tiles, not 3
Yeah.
feet. It's because he's taking the backsplashes off.
All right.
He's gonna put
Oh,
that
all
tile
right.
down and
Well,
then
he put feet, not rows, but yeah.
got a lot of
Okay.
emails going.
All righty. Vice Chairman Caminelli's report.
Thank you. Number one, I think everybody received we had a meeting with our broker for healthcare, this year. And everybody has the sheet in front of them. If you want me to go into detail, then I'll reserve the right to go into executive session. But there's a modest increase of 3.7 overall. So I'll curtail this to executive session. And that's my report.
Well, 3.7,
Yeah, 3 point was the increase.
that is very modest increasing in what we're, in the world of, with brokers and covering the benefits and stuff. That's pretty good deal. But we can go in executive session and review.
I'll detail this in the executive session.
Sounds like you did a good job, Lou.
I try hard.
Thank you, Commissioner Caminelli.
Okay, you too, Dave. You were there.
Yes. Anything else, Lou?
And that's it.
All right. We have Commissioner Cox report.
So I guess I'd start out with just talking a little bit about Joe Wainwright's email earlier today from our district maintenance fella. He is continuing to make sure that we don't forget about a scissors lift. We rented one for about $1,100 for a month. And to buy a used ones, by the time you buy a trailer for it along with the batteries, because you got to replace the batteries, you might as well start right out. You're looking at about 1,500 versus 20 grand, so about a $5,000 difference. I propose we table it for now. We've got budget season coming up here in June timeframe, that we'll look at it better then and see if there's if it makes sense or what we want to do. I also would offer up that maybe we make some phone calls to people like Wegmans that right in the neighborhood and stuff, that maybe there's some type of a loan agreement or something we could look at. It's certainly a very useful tool in the truck bays and outside lighting and so on, as we're doing more and more. But sometimes I think we probably will use it and then it'll sit over in the corner and we've got to worry about it in the winter time with electric batteries to make sure we maintain it and so on. So I'd say for now, if everybody agrees, Joe's doing a great job for us and we just say, thanks, Joe, and we'll keep it under consideration.
Exactly. Yep, I agree with that.
Thank you. That's my report.
That's your report? All righty. Oh, I skipped Commissioner Holfelder. I'm sorry. Chris, do you have anything, Mr. Holfelder?
Commissioner Hellfelder is very satisfied with the hard work of our team, and I have nothing pressing for this meeting. And I think all of our business is getting taken care of well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Last but not least, Commissioner Paduano.
Well, I had nothing for the agenda, but I was contacted by Joe Wainwright regarding the grill charbroiler at Station 3. It was discussed of having to be repaired. Some of the grates and the ironwork inside of it was going to be about a purchase of about $500 and some as an estimate. The grill is over 15 years old, and it would be like putting some money into a sinking ship, putting all the new parts in with the older burners and gas jets and that type of thing. And Joe's reached out to a couple places for estimates, and I have one here. It's online. He's going to get me a couple more, but it's $1,686 for the StarMax 36-inch Lava Rock charbroiler. I don't know if you can actually see it or not, but it's
Yeah, I
pretty
see it.
much going to replace the one that's at Station 3 right now. I know the career staff uses it multiple times during the week for their meals, and would be a good investment. I'm just going to try to get a couple more estimates to see what the best ones that we can find and go from there.
Yep. Be a good investment.
I agree with you, Commissioner.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
Do
so
we
you're
want to
gonna-
make a motion not to exceed a certain amount tonight so we can continue that project based on the usefulness of that tool that we need for the kitchen or not?
We can do that.
1,800?
It's 1686 right now.
Okay, so
looking
that's
at-
1,700, so go 18 in case, you know.
Yeah,
Got to have some parts to hook it up or something, right?
Not to exceed $1,800 or 1,750. What's your pleasure, Mr. Paduano?
Go to 18.
18?
Second.
I'll
Okay,
second it.
Commissioner Paduano made the motion to go ahead and purchase a new gas grill for Station 3, the kitchen, not to exceed $1,800. Seconded by, I believe it was Commissioner Holfelder.
Yes, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Thanks, Dana.
Thank you.
Anybody got anything else?
Nada.
Okay, looking for the motion.
Make a motion, we go into executive session.
Okay,
Second.
motion made at 7:11 by Commissioner Caminelli and seconded by Commissioner Paduano. Did I hear?
Hellfelder.
Holfelder. To enter executive session for the purpose of discussion regarding the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.